What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. You guys saw in the last clip, the motor is completely ready to go. Everything is hooked up and all I have left to do is throw fluids in her and we can see if this thing starts. I'm not gonna lie though, just standing here, my heart's just because this has been such a long process. I'm a little nervous. I'm stressed, but I'm pretty confident in myself and what I did. I took my time, I went slow, and I'm just praying that nothing leaks and that we have a successful first start. I have a box of goodies from Nissan. I'm gonna go grab those. We're gonna start putting the oil filter on, make sure all the old oil is out of this thing, refill the oil, coolant, power steering fluid, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try and start this thing up. I'm super nervous, but really excited. And this is one of those things that I've worked so hard for, like financially, physically. I've done so much to get to this point. And whether it leaks, whether something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world, it's not an L. I've worked way too hard to give up here. So if there is anything that goes wrong, obviously I'll just pull the motor back out, I'll fix it. I've pulled the motor once. I'm sure if I do it again, I'll do it way faster. I know where everything goes. I know where the harness goes. I know where everything hooks up now. And it's kind of crazy to think. I don't know if you guys knew, but I've had Evos, I've had Subarus, and back when I had those cars, I literally didn't even know how to change my own oil. And I went from the point of not even being able to turn a wrench to rebuilding an Evo 8 last year, and this year, hopefully, I will have successfully rebuilt a Nissan GTR, which is kind of crazy. I feel like very few people in this world or in even the car scene can say that they've rebuilt a GTR. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and I'm just so antsy, so excited to see if this thing will start. So I'm gonna start throwing fluids in. I'm gonna set you guys up on a tripod. We're gonna see what happens. No fancy edits this video, just a raw video of me trying to get this thing running. Let's get it. All right, we got a box of goodies. All right, so here's what we got. We got some Mobil 1 0W40. Now after I throw this stuff in, I probably will switch to some AMS oil just because it is a little bit higher quality, but in case I have to drain this back out, I wanted to get what was cheapest, but this is still what Nissan recommends is the Mobil 1 0W40. So we got 6 quarts of this. I got 2 things of power steering fluid. Hopefully this is enough to fill a dry system. We got the tall filter for the GTR. We got some crush washers. And we have 2 gallons of the Nissan genuine coolant. All right, and I was instructed before throwing this thing in to pre-fill it to build oil pressure faster. That's what we're gonna do. And now the GTR holds 5.8 quarts, so we're gonna let that drain. I'm gonna check the dipstick. Yep, right in between. It's like right above the low line. Got oil, nothing's leaking yet. All right, now here comes the kind of scary part. We're gonna throw some coolant in her, and we'll know pretty quick if she leaks. God, this shit smells. All right, sitting right at the top. She has engine oil, she has coolant, and she has power steering fluids. I guess without further ado, I'm gonna slap this battery in. We're gonna see what happens. I am so nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was confident, which I am. There's always that little bit of doubt, like, oh, did I forget to tighten this or tighten that? But I'm 99.9% sure everything is perfect, at least as perfect as I can make it. Let's find out. I'm excited, but scared. 6 months in the making. It's gonna be good. Just a motor. Just a motor. Oh God, the interior lights are on. It still remembered my iPhone. Ooh, why am I so nervous? Well, you guys saw me turn on the ignition, and just from the ignition being on and it priming, you guys can see I started to smell fuel, and I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. And you can see this fitting right here. I was kind of skeptical of this orange fitting because it's not super tight. Like, look at this. There's a lot of play and a lot of flex. So I should have known, but I was like, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, she was dumping fuel. Not the end of the world, not the worst place to leak, just a little bit inconvenient. All right, so here's what I did. I don't know if you can tell, but I took some of the black coating off because everybody says that causes it to leak fuel. And supposedly this is a super common issue on GTR. So what I did is I just like peeled this back. I re-put the clip on, so I'm gonna hook the battery up. I'm gonna turn the ignition on, and we're gonna see what happens. Nothing leaking yet. I think we're good. That fixed the issue. Nice. Oh, now comes the scarier part. Holy shit, she was smoking. What the fuck? Why is it smoking so much? Oh shit, it started though. Oh shit. Well, we gotta figure out where that's coming from, because that's a lot of oil. Oh no, this was my fear. No! I mean, I guess that means we have oil pressure though, right? So I'm gonna crawl underneath this thing, clean this up, and I will let you guys know where the leak is coming from. Well, do we start with the good news or do we start with the bad news? So she runs, she has oil pressure. That makes me happy. I know the motor's good. That is a W. We are leaking oil from a very unfortunate place. So I'm not sure that I'm gonna have to pull the motor. You guys are probably familiar with GTRs. There's one oil feed line that goes to each turbo, and it sits on the back side of the motors. One of them on the passenger side is leaking oil in quite a bit. I'm gonna have to disassemble the top of this motor, and hopefully I can replace it without pulling the motor. I guess we'll find out. So she runs, she should be good. There's a lot of smoke. I don't know what that was about, but I'm not gonna restart this thing with it leaking oil like that. My objective now is to start pulling everything off the top of this motor and see if we can get down to that flange and see why she's leaking oil. Yeah, I had a feeling. I had this feeling it was gonna leak. It's okay, we'll get her fixed. One oil leak, you know, we just gotta fix this little issue and then we'll call it a day.
Made it. Eskimos.
Dumping. Same spot. Ooh, I didn't even hear it.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. You guys saw I kind of panicked. I shut the car off and I decided to step away for a few because I got really frustrated. As I was trying to put the intake manifold back on, I couldn't get the bolts to thread right, and I was like, all right, I'm a little burnt out. I need to take a bit. So I'm sitting here. Dylan, my fucking best friend on this planet, got a bunch of sushi and he left it, and so I'm gonna eat a little bit of sushi. Okay, so you guys saw, I started the car once and it was just puking oil and a little bit of smoke came out, but there might have been like rust on the turbos or something. I don't know what that was. Stripped off the intake manifold, we took the injectors out to be able to get access to the oil distributor bolt, because there's two bolts that sit on the back of the block in the oil distributor, and they have like a dual crush washer on each side, and it has the crush washer on it. I'm wondering if I stripped out the actual oil distributor or cross-threaded it or something, because I mean, we tightened it down and it felt so tight, and as soon as we put everything back together and we tried to start it up, it was just puking oil. A little bit frustrating. Cool thing is turbos aren't leaking, because if the turbos were leaking, I'm like, I have to pull the motor. This, I might be able to get away with not pulling the motor possibly, so I'm just going to take a bit of a break. I'm either going to come back to it later tonight and try and tackle it, or first thing tomorrow morning, because I want to get this thing done, and it's just like a little oil leak. Well, not a little, a freaking massive oil leak. It drained almost half a quart in like 10 seconds. So we shut it down immediately. No damage was done. It's fine. I might have to pull the motor. I don't know. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to get her fixed. I almost feel like I predicted this was going to happen, but I just had a feeling like I feel like no build is perfect. I mean, maybe either YouTubers don't show you the crappy parts of builds, or like when they go to start it and there's like a massive puddle of oil underneath the car, maybe they choose to not show that. I put this thing together, I pulled it apart, and I'm going to show you guys every step of the way, whether I fail. You guys heard though, in that second clip, she sounds healthy. She sounds absolutely beautiful. Is just purring. She's just asking to rip. She's still a little hurt, not internally, just, you know, she's leaking a little bit. We got to patch her up. We got to put a band-aid on her. Could be worse. It's just one of those things that I got to fix. Guys, we're literally like right there at the cusp of this thing running perfect. I fixed the fuel leak. I fixed the coolant leak. Now we just have a little oil leak. We had all the leaks, you know? Like, it's okay. I mean, no power steering leak, so that was good. Because, like, I didn't know it was going to leak oil. Like, this shit just happens. All right, guys, so I've dug back into this thing. I took the entire intake manifold off. I disconnected a bunch of stuff on the back. And I got the oil feed bolt out that was leaking, and I don't think I'm going to have room to get this thing out. So I'm like, how do I drop this motor without having to drain all the fluids and take the front clip back off? Well, I told y'all, boys, I wasn't giving up. Wiring harness is coming out, and then we're dropping this girl. All right, boys, it is late. It's like probably, what is it, like 10 o'clock? Yeah, it's 10, almost 30. It took me a few hours. Honestly, I didn't want to film any of it. You guys have seen me pull the motor before. I just wanted to crank on this thing and get her done. So the motor is completely ready to pull. Everything is off. The wiring harness is out. I took it out through the firewall because that's just so much easier than disconnecting the whole thing again. I've got my Harbor Freight lift table. We're gonna slide it underneath this thing and hopefully just pull everything off with the core support. So once I get it up and on the motor, I'm gonna undo these core support mounts and hopefully we can just slide it out. You know, I might not be the best mechanic out there, but I don't ever give up. And even if we pull the motor, we fix that leak and something else is wrong, we have to pull it again. I know what I'm doing now. And I think every time I do it, I'm gonna get faster and I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna make less errors. So I just like to be transparent and honest. Show you guys my wins, show you guys my L's, because that's life. Not everything is a victory, but we're gonna turn it into one. And I hope I can inspire at least one of you guys out there to just not give up. And if something doesn't go your way, like if you have the power and control to make it go your way or fix the problem, even if it takes time, to do it. I don't like giving up on myself and the things I care about. I know it's just a metal object, it's my baby. Let's get her running. Phone's dead, I can't even show you the time, but it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'm almost certain I can get this front clip off. What else is fucking holding it? Oh, that was rough. All that for this. Just that little fucking piece, dude. All right, well, 2 hours later. All of that just for this little piece. Freaking crazy, dude. That was so much work just for a little broken piece of metal. So check this out. All right, so can you guys see that? So I'm pretty sure that piece missing is why it didn't seal correctly and was just absolutely puking oil. So yeah, this is the old one. And luckily I had a not brand new one. This one is from my old motor, so I am gonna reuse this. Honestly, way cleaner, the threads look great. I just sprayed it out with brake clean, so there's gonna be no bearing material. And now we get to put this new piece on and basically reassemble the whole entire car. Let's get it. I'm so tired of working on this fucking thing.
I'm tired of working on my GTR. What am I gonna do? Wrench on my Tesla? Watch this big guy try to. Is that a metal gasket?
Yeah.
Oh, who's fucking? Fucking. Bro,
it's oil, dude.
I don't want to weld my fingers. Pussy, you're the one wearing gloves, pussy.
Dude, you would have grabbed it if you had.
Dude, you have like XXXXXXL gloves on. Bro's got hands of a giant. Dude. That's why it's so hard to wrench.
Honestly.
Bro has the hands of the size of a motor. Look at his hands.
Dude, that's a
He's got piston hands.
Twin turbo V6 hands, brother.
Jesus.
Alright, so what was your grand fucking idea?
Shut the fuck up.
What was your
Man, fuck, you figured it out. Fuck you. Grand idea. How about you grand put it together, you motherfucker?
Cross thread this shit again.
I'll cross thread both. Oh my god, that's threading like butter.
Oh my
god.
Oh! What you know about it, motherfucker?
Right, and there.
Damn!
Damn, boy!
Yeah.
My grand plan!
Dude, Watch the light.
Shut up. Shut up. Dude.
Wow.
Bro just loses his shit right there.
Like, bro, not the flashlight.
Dude. That's what my dad did whenever I helped him.
Yeah, bro, I didn't have one of those.
I can tell. All the rich.
You see why it was such a bitch the first time?
Oh. Yeah, so cross-threading isn't a visual, it's a
No, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, oh, okay, Dad.
Okay, what the fuck, dude? You were like, I can't
bro.
see it. I'm like, you don't need to see it, bro. Just... Okay, I'm sorry.
Dude gives a fucking full-blown seminar on fucking cross-threading.
Dude, it's for the video.
Oh, that is true, dude. Oh, where'd the gasket go?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Where'd you put it?
Put it over there because you were scared of getting fucking oil on your fingers.
Shut the
dude.
fuck up.
It's fucking crazy.
Motherfucker goes, I think it's threaded.
Gets his half inch and just do. Nice, bro. All right, don't thread it too much because I gotta make sure it's on the other side too.
I like to use
Hey, bro,
these guys,
dude,
bro.
relax, dude. Right?
If you cross it, I'm leaving.
Bro.
I'll dead ass leave.
Dude. Hey, you're the apprentice right now, dude.
Bro, give me the light. Let the apprentice have the light. Do you need light?
Dude, the angle of the dangle was just not...
You're going in like this. Try to go straight above.
Bro, relax.
Bro.
Dude. Well, I definitely didn't get that on camera, but the GTR somehow moved back a few feet. That's kind of crazy. I don't know how that happened. I didn't almost just like lose my car down the driveway. That definitely didn't happen. So, all right, course report going back on. Let's get it. Take number 2, motor is in, and we're gonna prime this thing, see if any fuel's leaking, and then we're gonna send it and start it and see if she leaks oil. I'm pretty confident it's not going to. We're about to find out.
I'm scared.
I am too, bro. I'm actually so fucking nervous. Wait, we probably should figure out how to use this fire extinguisher just in case.
Oh, now you want to use it? Oh, you finally picked up one?
Yeah.
Wait, so we started this multiple times and now you want a fire
Yeah.
extinguisher?
Yeah. All right, here we go. You ready?
Sure. What the fuck, dude? Let's go! I don't see anything.
Bro, let's go. No fucking way, bro. We fucking did that, baby.
You did this.
Let's fucking
You did
go,
this.
baby.
Hey, let me see that stool.
Let's fucking go.
I don't smell anything. It just smells like
exhaust.
exhaust. Dry.
Let's go. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah!
Woo! I did that, baby. Let's go. Why am I, dude? We already started it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Why am I nervous?
Yep, shut up.
Alright guys, so you guys saw the GTR is finally running. We have no oil leaks, we have good oil pressure, and honestly the car's perfect. The RPMs still kind of do this, like it'll go down to 900 and then shoot up to 1300, and I'm not 100% certain why it's doing that, but it did it before I lost the motor, so I'm pretty sure it's tune related. I don't think we have a boost leak or anything like that. And this, I'm telling you guys, we are days away from getting this thing dropped back on the ground. I should be getting it tuned either this week or next week. Hopefully this week though. And you guys haven't seen them yet, but after I get everything else bolted on, we're gonna be rebuilding the Brembos. I did get them powder coated, so that will be the next video. They look so sick. And I think with the Mag Blue ZE40s on the silver, they're gonna look just so good. So stay tuned for that video. And it's just, this has been the most surreal experience ever. I rebuilt an Evo last year and that was super cool. That was kind of my step into learning how to wrench, but the GTR is like way more expensive, in my opinion, way more complicated. Evos are pretty simple. There's a lot to them, but they're a lot more simple of a motor than the VR38. But we did it. I didn't give up. We started this thing for the first time and we had a massive oil leak from the distributor. You guys saw that piece was just completely destroyed. So if you guys are planning on doing a turbo swap or you're gonna drop your motor to rebuild it, be careful with that oil distributor and those oil feed lines because they're super tough to line up. That would, to me, is probably the hardest part of putting this thing back together. We got drive shafts on, we got the coolant system bled, I got the interior back together, all of the wiring harnesses hooked back up. All I have to do now is put front bumper on, headlight, suspension, and then we'll do the brakes. And then we can drop this thing. I'm probably a day away from fully having this thing drop back on the ground running. Like, I might be able to drive this thing to the gym if I baby it. Obviously, I'm not gonna risk my freaking $10,000 motor. I did this. I rebuilt my dream car, which not a lot of people out there can say they did. So I know a few of you guys own GTRs, and my only advice, obviously this is kind of a more, I don't want to say clapped out GTR, but it's a GTR that's not pristine or mint. So, you know, if I get a ding here or there or a scratch, it's not the end of the world. But if you guys own a GTR out there, don't be afraid to work on it. They're honestly not that scary. They're not that intimidating. I mean, it's intimidating at first, but once you start actually digging into it, everything is like a puzzle piece or like a giant Lego. That's kind of how I view it. Everything already has a place. You just have to take it apart and put it back together. And I know it took me 2 tries, but I still did it. I'm super stoked. I'm absolutely loving this. I cannot wait to have a shop and more project cars and eventually to fully rebuild this thing. Like, I want to strip this thing down to a bare block and I want to be the one to build the motor. I want to build the bottom end. I want to build the heads. Not for a while because I want to enjoy the car. But here she sits. I'd say she's probably about 90% put back together. We still have the wiring harness for the headlights to hook up. I need to go ahead and put the suspension back in, but the motor is in, no leaks, running. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely not ideal to go to start this thing after working on it for 2 weeks and it leak oil, but we fixed it. We pulled the motor again and we persevered. We got it done. I also want to know what kind of content you guys want to see on this thing once it's done, because I want to do some reaction videos. I want to get it dyno tuned to see how much power it actually makes. Maybe a track day. That'd be kind of fun. I really want to go do time attack in this thing because I did it in all my old Evos and I think this car would just absolutely rip. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, share with a homie, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.